Yeah, sure. I love statistics and facts, and I try to put them in a lot of content, and I instruct writers I hire to do that. And they're so easy to find. They're all over. They're all over. One of my favorite sites is I think it's statista.com. Check that out. That thing is a gold mine. I'm probably going to pull the trigger in and subscribe to that. But when they have statistics and data on anything you could imagine, but like you can often like look at a company's financial report. They come out or annual report, loads of information with interesting stuff, whatever. It's all out there. Anyways, I mean, you find an interesting statistic or a data point, and you try to use it as a foundation for an interesting article. So, for instance, what did I read recently? Something about, I don't know, how many billions in Nike shoes are sold every year. And you could take that and use that as a foundation for an article, or just as part of an article. Or you can compile a bunch of statistics if they're related into tables and create cool charts. And this will also attract links. The whole point is that other website publishers like to do this, and they will source various statistics. I typically source with a link, Statista, or wherever I get this information with a link. But I just find that you can add a lot of engaging and link-worthy content if you get some interesting statistics and data, and I use them quite a bit. And here's the best data you can get. You need traffic for your site, but put polls on your site, and like it can be like, those hot or not things, where it's like you basically you could have like compare two things, right? Like, do you like Nike or Adidas? That's it. That's the question. Click the button. And let's say you get 300 responses. You now have a really good data set, right? Like you could say, okay, well, mysite.com readers love Nike way more than Adidas. Here's the chart. Here's the information. It's a data set, and it's legitimate, and it's good. And that would be a primary source. You don't have to reference anything. And guess what? You might, if you put it up in a nice little chart or table or bar graph or something, somebody might take that and put it on their site and link to you, or just link to you. And it's stuff like this that can help really build up your authority of your site.
Great idea. I've heard of like similar sort of, I guess, statistical gathering. So like you said, you have a primary source, other people are going to be interested, news sources may be interested, right? If it's sort of a hotter topic, you can get cited, maybe even get an interview. I'm making a lot of leaps here, but I mean, if you do a few of these, the chances go up. So
do lots of them. I mean, cool. How hard is it? Again, you need traffic, unfortunately, but I mean, a lot of people listening to and watching this are going to have traffic to their sites. Put up polls. And if you have categories on your site, create different polls for different categories that would resonate with your visitors, and let them run for a month, then go check out the data. So if you've got 10 polls running, and ultimately you're going to end up with enough data points or responses to actually create a good chart, you now can put 10 charts out on your site. And let's say each one of those in the next 3 months gets one link back to your site. Basically for no cost and almost no time, you've been able to get 10 backlinks to your site, if probably from good sites, right? Because these are sites that are creating good content and they're actually referencing you, so they're legit. They probably have real traffic. These are the golden links. And if you had to outsource or pay for those links via guest posting or whatnot, well, 10 of those would probably cost you north of $2,000 to $3,000, maybe more. This is a no-brainer. And but it's a numbers game, right? You just got to put the stuff out there. Like, don't do one poll with one chart and expect that you're going to get 1,000 inbound links. It's not going to happen. But you put out 100 charts, and over the months, you're going to attract inbound links. And they're free, and it's almost no time. And plus, you provide really good content on your site.
So do you have like these running on some of your very high traffic sites, like kind of all the time, just because there's so many visitors?
On and off, yeah. It's I kind of get inspired. I do a bunch, and then I create them, and then I will put them out there, and then I'll kind of stop, and then I'll do it again. So yeah, I mean, I've got probably like hundreds in my poll creation account, but like with thousands of responses. Now, I haven't even published them all yet. I mean, I got to get to it, but they're there, and the data's there, and it's just another opportunity to put out really good content. I do quite a few other things in terms of creating what I call Linkbait content. So that's just one of them. There's quite a bit of others that I'm doing right now. Basically, Linkbait content is creating content that is both really good, but also seems to attract a lot of links. That's where the images come in, but particularly like images or screenshots of charts and graphs and data. Illustrations are gold, and like you can get custom illustrations done, which is actually where I'm focusing right now. I'm doing like literally dozens of really, really cool custom illustrations. These things get ripped off in droves, and then all the links come back to my site. But they take 2 to 3 weeks to create. A full-time graphic designer, but one of those can actually really knock it out of the park with I don't even have to do outreach, like, you know, the usual infographic, you know, oh, I got this cool infographic, you got to contact 1,000 people, put it on your site and link to me. I mean, like, I tried that and it was a total bust. So now I just create really cool illustrations within a niche, and people just take them, and they don't ask, they take. That's cool. That's why it's there. Take it and link to me.
Those are awesome tips, especially for the, you know, like link building for the non-link builder, like that. Maybe you can use that as a title for something, Jon, if you want to, because I think that's pretty good a title, I think. I don't know.
Yeah, it is.
You gotta maybe spice it up a bit. I'm not sure. You won't believe number 5 or something like that.